Yo,
Yeah.
so I got a question for you, man.
All right, what do we got for me today?
So you Stancy guy, right?
Yeah, I'm a stancy boy. I like my stance.
I saw something on the road the other day that I wanted to run by you and see what you thought.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
So, like, I see a guy riding down the street, and he's in a slammed, it was either a G37 or 35.
You already lost me.
So,
You already lost
you're
me.
your average New Yorker. And he has, I guess you could put huge wheels on that car. And he's running real aggressive camber in the rears.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also running really aggressive camber in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And I just looked at this guy and go, I can't imagine putting whatever kind of money he put into his car for mods and stuff like that and just doing a setup that, in my opinion, just makes it function worse. Like,
it 100% functions worse. There's nothing good to come
why would
out
you
of.
ever want to dump your money into a car and just make it worse?
It's a stancy thing.
So you're gonna tell me that you
It's
see
a
a guy
thing.
cambered out front, cambered out rear, and you're gonna think that's cool?
Whoa. There's limits. I have limitations.
Yeah.
It has to be on the right car. I think big body cars, like, your old LSs or even your S-Series Benzes, if they got a little touch of some camber, I personally, anything more than -8 kind of kills it for me. It's just way too much.
Yeah.
But it's gotta be pulled off right.
No, this dude was super aggressive.
Don't get me wrong. When they're like this,
Yeah.
and it's just like the wheel still doesn't fit like this,
Right.
like it's pointless to me. I think it's disgusting. It's just trying to put the camber there to get people to be like, whoa, look at that car, versus like actually making it work and making it look good.
It stinks because I see that car and I go, that car is a decent car.
All right, don't push it.
It's a decent car.
It is a decent car.
It's a decent car. And at very most, it's a good starter platform. It's like a drifter,
For sure.
a drift build.
Solid.
Whatever it is. And then, like, I'm just like, yo, like, that hurts me that guy goes around being like, that's how I'm going to spend my money on this thing. And, this is why I think is cool. And I'm just like, I don't know if people think that's cool.
It's the wow factor.
Ugh.
That's all it is. It's the wow factor. People just want to be seen and be like, oh, wow, look at this guy. He's running this. And then the guy's like, yeah, I'm running 195s on a 10.5. It's like, no, bro, it's just stop. There's a certain limit for me when it comes to stance. It has to be perfect. One, it has to be car correct, of course, too. Like, even when I used to see like the GTIs and everything roll out with like -10, -12 camber,
Yeah.
it disgusted me.
I had camber arms on my Civic in the rears, and now I look back on it, I was like, man, was that stupid. But I did it only because I was running a really wide wheel.
Again, that's the reason why people do it.
Yeah.
Is to run that wide wheel. Don't get me wrong. I've ran some wide wheels. Again, probably too wide for the GTI. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the widest that anyone has ever run.
Yeah.
But I feel anything that I always kept it at -4 in the rear, and the front was always like a -3 camber. And I felt that was just always perfect.
I got to be honest, I don't remember the specs I had on the Civic. But, what is your view in terms of like, are you the kind of guy that thinks like, everyone has the right to their own taste and like, they can do what they want as long as they like it? Or can you be like, yeah, that's just not the move?
I'm all about people doing whatever they want. It's your money. It's your car.
Yeah.
You do what you want. Do I have to like it? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do, by all means, go for it. It's not my pockets that are going to hurt from it.
Do you think that there's any kind of trends in automotive or car enthusiasts that should just die outright?
Yeah, there's plenty of them.
Like what?
So now you're going to put me on the spot. One thing this actually drove me crazy. I saw this at a show one time. It was an indoor show. I won't name any names just because I don't want to get any, backlash on that. But,
a show. Okay, car show.
Yeah, it was actually a car show. It was like an indoor car show. This guy was running, it was, what is it, the 8th Gen Accord.
Uh-huh.
He had the 8th Gen Accord wheels. Must have had at least 30, 40 millimeter spacer on there on OEM wheels, and it was just cambered out like this. And I was like, I just don't understand what the purpose is of it. The whole spacing out the wheels just so you can camber it, just always, no, that's not what spacers are really used for.
Definitely not.
No, but dude, like when I'm talking like the spacer was like this to make that 18 by 7.5 looked like it was an 18 by 12. And dude,
man.
the camber was like, I couldn't do it.
Now, do you do it on fronts and rears or just rears?
Fronts and rears.
Oh no.
Yeah, like it was one of those things that was like, all right, dude, if you really want to run the camber, like get the wheels to match it.
Yeah, why not just get some new wheels?
So like when people do the OEM wheels or go like really narrow specs and space them out just to camber them, just so you can fit in a certain crowd, it kills me. And it's just, I hate that. That's one trend that I couldn't stand.
What do you think about when people, speaking of the, something similar to that, like what do you think about when people do like OE wheels on a different car though? Like
See, I don't mind that. I'm a Volkswagen kid, so we
you
love.
You guys love throwing the Audi wheels on the Volkswagens,
dude, the
right?
Mercedes wheels. There was a big time period when Corvette saw blades was a big thing for like the Mark IV and Mark V community because those just fit. I've had buddies that run Maserati wheels on theirs. Like,
I don't know about that.
See, dude, I'm all for it as long as it fits and it's appropriate with the car. Has to but Volkswagen kids, we're all about the OEM plus, dude. If we could find a set of OEM wheels like Alfred's, Mercedes-Benz Alfred wheels, they were everywhere on Volkswagen.
But that doesn't even make any sense to put that on a Volkswagen.
Why not?
Why would it?
But why not?
I don't know. It's something to do with Volkswagen.
It's the same bolt pattern.
That's about it. That's all it's got in common.
I mean, it is what it is. People put Ferrari wheels on Volkswagens if they wanted to.
I don't know. It doesn't sit right. Even I feel like even if you were looking at a car that stayed the same and maybe just had a facelift and then got different wheels in the facelift, I wouldn't even feel comfortable putting it on the first gen.
This is where I think me and you are not going to agree here.
That's okay.
It's more than fine.
Yeah.
But again, it has to be like the right wheels on the right car. Like, you see all like the older Civics or like even the CRV crew, they're always throwing like the OEM 19-inch Accord wheels. I think that looks good. I think it looks great. It's a nice OEM plus jump.
All those wheels are stolen, by the way.
All right, well, we don't need to get into that. That's Facebook Marketplace for you.
You know that?
Dude,
all those Accord wheels on the CRVs, those are all stolen wheels.
When I worked at Toyota, I felt so bad for this guy. He bought a brand new. This was like when the car was brand new. That CHR, I believe it's called.
Yeah. The mid compact SUV.
2 days after buying the car came in on a tow bed with no wheels. They stripped the wheels off of that after 2 days.
Man,
Queens, baby, you gotta love it, dude. It's just this. Don't have wheel locks. Better watch out. That's
rough.
it.
Well, like I saw online a rebuilt Golf R, and it was a Mark 7, and it was rocking because I don't know what happened to it for damage wise. I didn't read into it, but they threw on GTI wheels onto it, and I was just like, ew.
But that's different. That's like a downgrade.
Yeah.
Like normally whenever like you get your OEM plus guys, they're always getting like, oh no, these came on like an R line or this and that.
You know that I was looking for an all-track, whatever.
Yeah.
So there's a guy that I was looking at his car, and he did the upgrade with the IS20 turbo with the GTI turbo into his all-track, and then he took Nagaro wheels or however they're pronounced, or whatever, they're like a Mark 7 GTI OE wheel and the name for it, and they threw that on the all track, and it looked pretty good.
Dude, again, when it comes to OEM plus, I'm a big fan. I think it works well as long as it's the correct specs and it fits. And again, I've seen buddies put OEM Maserati wheels on their Mark V GTIs and it come out sick. But again, it's everybody's personal preference.
Yeah, I don't know. Even for me, like
dude, I never got into that trend. It was never me. It was always a 3-piece wheel and an aftermarket wheel. It was never an OEM wheel, but I never hated on it. I always thought it was something like, all right, that's a cool little touch.
I see people run like the 370 Nismo wheels and throw them onto like a G or something like that, and I'm just like, I don't know about it.
It gives you the solid wider specs.
Those are nice wheels though, I must say. But in my opinion, I feel like there's just some trends that are going around that I think that should just outright just die out.
I can't wait to hear what else you got for me.
That's what I think. Well,
dude, you want to know what trend I'm very happy that I'm pretty sure it died down. I don't know if it's really a big thing anymore. Remember on the Challengers and the Chargers, those stupid yellow pieces that were on the front that people were leaving on
they came from the factory.
Yeah, and it said, please remove.
Yeah.
And people would still run them.
That's a good one.
See, that's a good
one.
One other thing. I remember people were taking those off and then putting yellow vinyl
in replace of it.
I'm like, but for what purpose? I never understood that purpose. That always pissed me off.
There's a video of, I don't know who it was, but someone they sell them. That's hilarious.
Yeah, dude, come on.
That's so stupid. That's a good one, man.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
can't
have thought of that.
stand
But
those. Like, look at it on that green car right there. It kills the whole car.
well, I'll tell you this: there was an engineer from Dodge or whatever it was that he was saying, acknowledging that people were doing that, and I remember him being like, "It just ruins the body lines of the whole
100%.
car." They're like you
There's
have to take 'em
random
off.
yellow pieces in the front of the car that looks like it needs to come off right when it got to the dealership.
Yeah.
That is from transporting.
That's a good one.
Yeah, no, I can't. That was one. I'm pretty sure it died down regardless. The car is discontinued, so it doesn't matter. But
I think we could probably both agree on Burble tunes. Like,
yeah,
you know,
I'm really over them. I really, if it's not natural, I don't want it.
Yeah, you know what stinks? When I had my Veloster, it had like a natural kind of pop and
But
bang
that
from
was
whatever.
but everybody started doing that with the newer cars. Like
Yeah.
all those newer BMW straight out of the dealership, they were coming out with like a Burple, and I don't like it, man.
Mine was out of a 4-cylinder, so it's not crazy, you know, and whatever. And it came like that from the factory. But when you start getting the people who are just really going crazy with it, like it's
In traffic,
it's ridiculous.
I have a story for this one.
Go for it.
I was on my way somewhere. We were in traffic and we were coming up, and this guy was in front of me in his little 430, 435, whatever it was, and it was just raw, and he would speed up in traffic just to stop, and then you hear pop, 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 pop. I pulled up right next to this dude, and it got to the point where I was so aggravated with it because it was a beautiful day, and I want my windows down.
Yeah.
I want nice breeze, and I got this guy
Joker.
I'm trying to PG it, but I got this guy over here, and I pulled up right next to him. I was like, dude, it sounds like, and I was like, just stop, and then he went back and forth. It was just. I can't anymore. The Burple tunes, I agree with. I can't stand them. But it is what it is. Again, if it's a built car and it's naturally, like that, or but I can't deal with these cars coming out of the dealership like that. Yeah, you can't even drive these Hyundais in California,
right.
Dude, those guys are getting pulled over, and it's like, bro, I just left the dealership.
I know. I like the sound that mine had, to be honest, and then it was just enough to be fun and not obnoxious.
Yeah,
but like
it's a lot for me, and I personally I don't want to hear the car unless I'm flooring it. Like my car is pretty quiet compared to a lot of other cars, GTIs out there. I want to hear like the blow-off valve. I want to hear the intake. I only want to hear the exhaust when I'm booking it.
Yeah. And you don't want drone at on the highway or something like that. No one wants that crap.
When these guys with the straight pipes and you're sitting there cruising at 70 on the highway, I don't know how you guys do that.
Your ears are ringing.
No, not me. I can't do that.
There's a couple smaller trends that I've been seeing that I just kind of am just like, I just don't get it. One of them is definitely dying out, which is like, I'm kind of glad stuff like the murdered out look has kind of died out.
See, I don't. This is where
you like a murdered out car.
It comes down. Listen, I am against black wheels 120%.
That's also a trend.
Again, but that is when you say murdered out, I think black on black stealth.
Yeah,
like the Batmobile is coming
black
down
car,
the way.
black wheels, blacked out headlights and taillights.
I don't hate it. It just has to be the right set of wheels. What I like, for example, like say if you did like an all blacked out Vet, if you have a nice split 5-spoke, which really shows off the brakes and the rotors and the wheels, then I think it looks good. When you get these big faced wheels and they're all black, and it's like, dude, once the sun goes away, I don't know what wheel that is.
Listen, if you have a Vet and it's not running like a silver chromish type of wheel, shame on you.
It's not a shame on you. That's personal preference, man. Some people don't like to be flashy. Like, don't get me wrong. For me, I don't think I'd ever put black wheels on my car.
Yeah.
I don't think that would ever happen. Like, probably like the darkest color would be like our matte gray, or even like the metallic that we got on the Mark 1.
To go hand in hand with that murdered out thing, like, especially if people did like a matte paint or matte vinyl, like, I think it looks like crap.
Personally, I'm a big fan of fully brushed wheels. I like silver wheels. I like bright wheels because then you get to see the detail of the actual wheel.
Yeah, it doesn't get.
But that's me. I think the murdered out look again comes down to specific cars. If you're murdering out a Toyota Camry, that's not the car you want to murder out. When I say murder out, I want to see like an S63 coming down the way, full black on black, everything.
The truth of it is
that's hot.
What you're going to see is, the second time we're bringing it up, is going to be what you're going to see is a murdered out Challenger with red demon eyes. And, I know where you're going with this already. That's the murdered out look, the demon look.
Yeah, that for me, black on black is that. If that car had silver wheels, it would just be so much more primo. It would just look better.
I hate
in my
the matte
opinion.
on it. I don't like the matte on
finishes with me. If it's just never big.
That.
But
That looks bad.
when it's paint, it's cool. I like it when it's a matte paint, like that frozen BMW color that they do. I think those are.
What's that?
So BMW does a bunch of like exclusive colors they call frozen, which is just a matte finish. It's a matte paint.
It's not those like pastel colors that they have?
No.
Like the one that the new M2 comes in, the blue?
No. The frozen it's all matte. Like they did a matte white, a matte black, a matte gray. I think there might. I
Like
can't
that? Oh,
remember.
that's-
Yeah, like that's OEM paint right there.
Yeah.
You know, like I like their frozen colors when they do them like that, but they're very limited. You got to order that from the dealership type of thing, you know?
Yeah. And that's probably what, $2,000? More than that? Yeah.
I don't drive a BMW, so I don't think I've even looked into that.
Damn.
I don't know if I can drive a BMW, but I have been looking.
At Beamers?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Well,
Dude, I'm everywhere. I want a V8 now. I want rear wheel drive, but then I still want my all wheel drive. And no, I can just go with it. No,
for the record, Daut's going to pull up in a GX. That's all he's going to do.
yeah, I definitely need a GX too. I need a lot. Guys, I'm gonna start a GoFundMe page. Please reach out. Put in $1 a day. That'd be great.
$1 a day.
$1 a day could help Daut get all the cars he wants.
Yeah.
That would be
Damn.
great. I should do a commercial like that.
Go for it, man.
Let's see if it works out.
I think when I see people riding around now or at shows or something like that, and they got the reflective tints on their car.
Yeah, no, I hate that. Again, tints with me, I used to be all about it. I want black tints, but to be honest, I've been fishbowl ever since I got like pulled over 3 times in 1 week for my tints.
What I don't get is that like it kind of goes to the same example of what I was saying earlier with with the front camber and stuff. It just makes your car worse. Like people want to do tints because it looks great, and you also get some tint things for the sun, whatever. But really, it looks
Privacy.
good. Yeah, privacy. If that's what you want to call it, privacy.
See, but like
but really, it looks.
I know
good.
this is where you're going, but like this is actually like a really good example of it looking good.
What?
I
See,
don't know.
we don't see eye to eye. So when you see
Like if that car was black and it had those reflective, that thing would be pretty hot.
When OE manufacturers debut a car for the first time and it comes out on stage or whatever it is, and they're just showing the exterior of the car, it's always going to come limo tints.
Of course.
It's because they don't want to show off the interior because it's not time.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you see that car completely blacked out with tint, it makes it just look probably the best it will. You know what I mean?
I think a black car needs tints, though. That's just me.
No, but no, not even a black car. I'm talking about a new car.
Okay.
But like, and then like you said, obviously when it comes from the actual factory, it's gonna be a fishbowl, like you said.
Oh yeah, it's all fishbowl.
But I'd rather have a fishbowl and it look like a normal car than look like some BS, like whatever that is.
Yeah, don't get
That
me
doesn't
wrong.
even look like a mirror. It doesn't.
No,
what is reflective?
See, that doesn't look good to me. I could agree with you on that. It's a big JDM thing, dude.
I know.
That's a big JDM thing. They like the reflective tints for some reason.
That I can't get on board with it.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one. I can't get on board with it. It has to really be pulled off correctly.
You only get one time where it works right, and it's if you're in the perfect sunlight where it might actually look real. And then besides that, you look like you have neochrome windows.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
How silly is that?
I'll give you that. Yeah,
that's horrible.
No, I can't. I know. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
You get out of your car with that, and then you're wearing your polarized Oakley sunglasses to match.
Your Oakley gas cans right there,
there
dude.
you go. That's
Wow, you hit the nail on the head with that analogy,
that's crazy.
dude. That was great.
That's just
You got your Oakley gas cans coming out to match your tint. That's good.
silly. I only see life in orange, you know? It's ridiculous.
Orange, blue, or green? Which one you want today?
That's it. I mean, what a stupid idea.
For me, I'm not crazy on tints. I do like a light black tint.
It's the same color. It's the same color.
That is to the T. That car right there.
That's the same color.
Oh, that was good, Max. That was a good pull up right there. I wasn't expecting that. Where was I going with that? Now, I do like a tint. I don't like the reflective tint, but this one you might not like.
What was it?
That Mercedes-Benz blue tint. You know how on there.
Max would have to pull it up.
Yeah,
I don't know
dude,
what it is.
On OEM, back in the day, they used to do it a lot more. They don't really do it much anymore, to my knowledge at least. Somebody's probably going to call me out and say I'm wrong on that. But Mercedes-Benz does this blue tint on their window, and it looks so good. I love it. I love the Mercedes-Benz OEM blue tint.
I'm not even familiar. I don't know what that
It's
is.
very Euro. It's very Euro.
Like that?
I don't know if that's OEM. I know it's got to be OEM. Like right there, like that's OEM, dude. That like bluish reflective tint. I'm pretty sure that's OEM right there.
That looks pretty good.
No, I'm a big fan of the blue tint, especially if it's on a black or a silver from Mercedes. It looks really.
But
good.
that's subtle.
That's very subtle.
Yeah.
It's light. You see through it. It's not
Right.
like it's really that reflective unless the sun hits it. That's really when it gets reflective.
But when you have limo tint reflective tints, I'm just like I
I could agree with you on
that's
that
just
one.
silly.
It's very, very silly.
If you do,
I don't know how you see it. Like even when, like all these guys that like limo tint just black the windshield and everything. I'm like, how do you guys see?
I can't.
I have good vision, and I'm still like I can't see out of that.
But the car looks better with the black tint, which I can get on board for. But that's what again
when
you
it
make
gets too dark, it's just like
when you make it look like crap. I'm just like, why even waste your money?
Listen, there's subtleties to everything that certain people haven't realized.
I had to save up for X amount to get parts and whatnot. If I spend my savings on dumb stuff like that,
well, I spend my money on a lot of dumb things, but I don't want to. I was just in Target the other day. I walked by the Lego section. I was like, oh, cool. I'll just buy
some Legos.
I bought this $20 Lego piece, and I sat there and I just built it. And I was like,
it's okay, man.
Happier than a pig in shit. You know, like I enjoyed it.
Well, you know,
here we go. Now I was looking at those and I almost bought that, Max. It's like $150.
Wow,
dude, it's like this big.
It's actually kind of cool.
It's like 2,000
$220.
Yeah, look how many pieces it is, dude. This is advanced, 18 plus, bro. If you're under 18, you can't build this. From Lego, if you're under 18, you can't build this.
That's funny. I don't think I've touched Legos since I was a child. I don't know,
dude. But I do like Legos. I do like Legos. I have like a Lego F40. It's
hey, listen, it's better than people who collect Funko Pops.
Yeah. That's you're not wrong there.
That's a rough habit.
I'm not saying I haven't owned any, but I always sold them whenever I bought them.
No, I never got into it.
Bro, some of those Funkos, you buy them for like $10-15 and people will pay like $100 for them. It's wild.
Yeah, there's a fool born every day, right?
Yeah. I like my Hot Wheels, though. I will always walk by the Hot Wheels section.
Well, apparently those you can start getting some good money for, too.
Dude, I have at least probably 500, 600 Hot Wheels.
Oh, my God. I didn't know that.
Dude, anytime I go in, I see something, I grab it, I like it, boom. A lot of it is Euro cars, but yeah.
Damn.
I have a lot of Porsches.
Wow.
I have a lot of Porsches.
I heard they have rubber tires, not plastic tires. That's what makes them worth something.
It comes down to the paint, too.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
That's ours.
That's right. We got some Koenig Hot Wheels here.
See, look at the blue tint.
Oh, man.
Is there any other trends that you can't stand?
Oh, man. I'm sure there is. But, well, this is one that you said earlier because you're saying you don't like black wheels. Max brought up a good point earlier. And as people know, a lot of our podcast conversations stem from, like, in-office conversation or whatever. But, like, you said that you don't like black wheels. Like, it's funny because I don't know if it's a trend because it's more solidified than a trend now. But, like, back in the day when I first started getting into cars where everyone wanted black wheels because wheels were always one color. They were silver or gray, like whatever you want to call it.
If you look at any of our numbers, black wheels always sells more than that. But just me personally, I can't get on board with the black wheels.
But is it still, like, I don't know. It used to be a trend because, like, my first set of wheels ever, I actually plasti did black. And, I know how he plasti did, but I was a broke teenager. Let's
got a rattle can, dude. We got to do what we got to do sometimes.
Yeah, let's get past that. I was a broke teenager. And
don't say nobody out there hasn't done the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. Everybody out there has picked up a can of plasti dip at one point.
Right, exactly.
And has sprayed something on your car, whether it's emblems, wheels, grill, whatever you want. I know it's been done by at least everybody that's watching this podcast right now.
So, with that being said, but now today, everyone used to black out their emblems or the badge on their car, whether whatever the name model of the car was, they would black that out. They would black out the wheels, and you have black trim.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But like now today, from the factory, so many cars come with black,
everything with the black things
wheels
already, yeah.
and black badging. So is that even a trend anymore? Or is it just whatever?
Well, I think it's gotten to the point where it's a trend where it's given as an OEM option now.
Yeah.
That, like, you know, if you look, there's so many different editions, and like the highest end edition, like, all right, what's the difference? Oh, it's got black rims and black trim.
You know what's funny too? Because like, I guess you can go back and look back now. If you look at some of the old Honda, Acura, Toyota, Lexuses from early 2000s, they did a little stretch where they used to use gold trim. If you remember that.
Oh, but I liked the gold trim, but that's just me. I'm a little gaudy when it comes to that.
I personally think the gold trim looked like crap. And
you're crazy.
But for one reason only. It's not as easy to read as silver.
You're
Chrome.
not wrong.
It's not as easy to read. It just simply didn't stand out as much.
But you get a green old LS that had the LS badging in gold. Look, that's hot.
Yeah,
that's hot to me right there. I like that.
Well,
that's big hot boy for me.
You also put out the best combination of green and gold, which looks the best.
Yeah,
but like you used to see the gold badging on like some beigeish Honda CRVs and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's when you couldn't read. But even
or like a beige Sequoia or something.
No, yeah, you're right.
Like all of a sudden you were just like, this looks weird. But,
I think we should bring the gold badges back. I think that would be.
But I'm starting to feel that way a little bit when I start seeing black OE cars with black trims, where I'm just like, you can't see the make or model.
I get where you're going with that.
You can't see the make or model on those cars, and you're just like, now we're gonna go buy some silver plastic, you know,
white,
and we come full circle.
You're not wrong,
right?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I think Jeep is the one that actually came to my head that I saw the other day on the road. I think it was just a black Cherokee or something, and Jeep is black, and then Cherokee is black, and I'm just like, you can't even see this thing.
Yeah, but everybody knows what a Jeep Cherokee is nowadays.
I know, but
I get what you mean. Though.
Just for the sake of it, you're losing that branding out there that's highly visible.
Yeah, no,
that alone.
I'm with you. I think every manufacturer start bringing back the gold though. That would be hot.
As you talk with your gold pin on your hat. And your gold chain.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go figure on that.
Yep. Let's do it.
Well, I don't know. That's basically all I had. I think we trash talked a little too much on this one.
But it's just our opinions. I don't think it's trash talking. I think everybody has their own opinion. Either somebody's going to agree with me or somebody's not.
Yeah. If you listen to this and you think any of the things that we said were that we didn't like, and
don't be mean. Just
Well, if you like the stuff that we said we didn't like, don't take it personally. It's just an opinion.
It's just an opinion. Everybody has an opinion.
And then I would say
I drive a Volkswagen. I don't know why people even listen to my opinion.
And then I would say drop in the comments below on what you think are some car trends that you think shouldn't be around, or maybe aren't the best.
You're going to start some controversy over in those comment sections.
Why not? There are plenty of things. I mean, hey, listen, if people don't say anything about it, it's going to continue to happen, right?
You're not wrong.
But if people start being like,
if you see something, say something, as we say in New York.
That's a good one. Did you just make that up? All right, I think we're out of here.
All right, Richie's done over here. We're out of this place. Guys, it was great to see. Oh, we're done?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you want to do an outro?
No, we're good.
All right. Later, guys.